And we are back live. What live stream shall we immortalize on this part of the show? Happy Saturday, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good day. Top of the day to you. Today is going excellent for myself. Hope everything is going great for the rest of you all. Well, to simply put it this way, we have uh, some old streams we're immortalizing on the channel before I retire, so to speak. Um, we're going over it. I'm making my last words and feelings be known, and then I'm going to take my bow. That has been long overdue, I think we'll say. Um, this stream, I think what I'm going to look at is another stream from November. It has to do more with vindicating that I'm not a bad person. Uh, maybe I'll be dropping more info person only. Anyone or cautious of that. Oh, because I'm trying to manipulate. Yeah. That's their narrative. But remember, talking real negative, talking about create a narrative. I'm trying to manipulate. They say, that's their narrative. I'm being sarcastic because they had gotten to Roma Army and made her. That's why I'm filthy on the last stream that I showed on here, the last immortalizing stream, the last live that had the Roma Army on it. She said that the other people talking about filthy and all them didn't have a leg to stand on. He straight up told her he didn't give a shit. They threatened war with her and everything else, which is why one of these last times that I went and actually spoke with her, she said, I tried everything and it just won't stop. I'm sorry. Like, she basically gave up on me. Because that's how relentless these people are. Now, if somebody with 1 million+ subs is scared because of how relentless and how filthy has acted, then I guess I really never did have any hope, did I? I'm saying she's doing that. Because just like on the last live and on this one, she will take up for me. Just like, and she will say that I took accountability and was very responsible and receptive on our private conversation. Yet I never got the private conversation. Like, they didn't want. It's almost like someone told her not to give it to me, and if they did, then I was going to be. So she never did give it to me. And not only that, but she ended up donating money straight to Fusion and everything else. It was sort of like a payoff, and ended up at the very last minute switching and backing up, taking away everything she said in the previous live before this one, the previous live before that one, and this one. 3 live streams she appeared and said the same thing, until then she got on their live stream and did a complete reversal in one. Alright, I don't think it's hard to see that. And there were plenty of witnesses that were around that saw this when it happened. They know exactly what I'm talking about. They can pretend like they don't. Hell, even the Workyverse knows what I'm talking about. And the more people you got going, MC was more mad because she didn't reach out to him first. Yeah, I reached out to her. Them stalking me like they were saw it, and they tried to counter and reach out and get to her first. That way or whatever. When things can be subjective, especially when y'all are when they have more than one person that can reach out and message her, they had more of a chance of getting to her first, and they did. Speculation and old ass shit that I already took accountability for and apologized for publicly and personally. Exactly.
relax.
And it's not like what I apologized for was some type of violent act or whatever.
Well, I mean,
Let's get
feedback.
Hello. I didn't know that I was added. I was fucking dazed off. Give me a second to take a smoke here so I can be of sound mind. Can you turn your camera on?
Well, I mean, why? You know, I mean, there's so many things that, you know, if you want to talk about everything public, I can get right into it. Why did you tell me straight up you were recording our whole call last night and you didn't? And I'm very sure with everything that I heard last night, you did.
You're sure that I didn't?
No, I'm sure that you. I said I'm sure that you did.
You know, now she's playing like some games with me.
I did. Yeah, you're right. I did.
And you won't
And she did, but wait, there's an excuse.
send it to me.
Right. You know why? Because there's no
Because,
so I don't want any deflections. I'm trying to plug in my
oh
laptop.
yeah, of course, there was a bug.
In other words, she claimed that it got recorded with no sound. Which I don't believe at all.
There was a bug, of course.
I'll play it for you. I will straight up play it for you.
By the way, she never does.
I don't think you'll stick around long enough. But
How can you?
I'm here for 41 minutes. I think I stuck around long enough.
Play it for me. How can you play it for me?
Because there's an.
I thought you said there's no volume. I thought you said there's
no audio. I'm not gonna argue about something so simple.
Okay, so then play the silent video. But you know how easy that could be? All you gotta do is make sure to have it muted before you show the video screen and then hit play. And unless you can clearly see that it's muted, then it will just seem like how she said. But I digress. She never does that.
You're just like, I know you're gonna say sorry. You're gonna be like, oh my god, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have jumped the gun.
No, she's using that example because I had done it in other things with other people on smaller issues where I assumed things.
Take a screenshot of it.
A screenshot wouldn't prove anything.
I can't actually. How can I do this? I can't. I'm live.
I'm not gonna jump the gun.
You take screenshots while live. I do it all the time.
Why did you say again? And why did you say that I still have the comment up about me being in jail? And why did you say that I threaten children?
This is Howard.
I have never threatened children.
If you're gonna talk to me face to face. Like, even I'm more humble than that.
Face to face, like I gotta show my face.
Humble. This is not about humble. You don't. No. Humble, okay. I'll be humble, yeah.
So I'm going to make it very clear. Nobody changed my mind. If you had watched that whole live, you would see that I never once
I'm not going to watch the whole thing.
Or wavered. Well,
then how do you still... Okay, that makes no sense. That's like saying, I don't have no problem with this guy's behavior, but I donate and support his campaign. You know, I mean, come on now.
His hate campaign against another guy.
You misrepresented everything. I never told
No, I didn't. I took accountability for what I did, and then you went backtrack on things I said. You deleted MC's video and you posted himself and did everything towards you. You deleted yourself. You just want to get everything. It's almost as if you were testing me.
I said it's almost as if you were paid off. Forgot to.
But it's almost as if you were testing me, and you can say I'm paranoid, and you can't stand me.
You're robot.
What?
You sound like a robot. I can't hear you properly. Gotta go closer to your Wi-Fi box or something.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I didn't know if you were frozen or... Yeah, now I can. Okay, go ahead. But if you're gonna ask me something, you gotta let me respond. without interrupting.
No, yeah, you're trying to play the game of you want to get your narrative pushed, it seems. But you have to forgive me of being paranoid because I've had a group of people calling and threatening my house, and now my parents will not even come down, not just to see me, but hearing him because of them calling. Yeah.
True. This is all true. I was just live with them, and I just reiterated again and again and again and again that them carrying on with you is just childish. Nobody, and if anybody in this chat
It's more than childish, it's criminal.
has ever heard me say that that them continuing to do this to him is
But
okay.
you're gonna donate to them, hang out with them, and talk about, oh wow, yeah, y'all are so right. He did exactly what y'all said. Do you know how long these people have studied and obsessed and stalked over me?
Yes, I do, and I think it's
so. What makes you think that they knew just a couple of things from? Yeah, they don't know everything about me, obviously, because I guarantee, because I know I heard it. They said 1,000 other things too, and none of those things happened.
Right. It's a very simple answer for you. Absolutely none of them persuaded my position on you. None of them. My position has stayed the exact same. I feel angry.
So why? Okay, why did you say that I called you a liar? I said that Herbal was a liar and tagged your name, so he's lying to you about the 15 doxes. I said his full name maybe twice, maybe 3 times stretching it, but there's no way it was 15 times.
You definitely insinuated that I lied when you said that I had said that you did lie when you said that I told you you did nothing wrong, because that wasn't the conversation. And again, this video has absolutely no.
Wait, when did I say that?
It wasn't about if I did nothing wrong. It was about that I didn't threaten anyone's children.
That I did nothing wrong. I said that you did. I said that you. Oh, the major thing here is MC.
So all the proof is on there, and I can't take this. Go ahead, puppers. Come on.
And those people are hated in this country. Wow! See how quick see how quick to think that they know everything I do, man. I'm telling you, they're like a cult. What is that supposed to? If you're gonna start doing something that's antagonizing, I don't need, because remember, what do you have to show? You didn't record it. I said I'm wondered why you told a bunch of trolls feeding you a bunch of bullshit and disinformation.
How do I show you? Okay.
And you don't.
All I know is that as far as I know, is that it's muted.
So you would have a better time hiring a lip reader. Genuinely.
No,
so
I could somebody that was on chat with you lying. Don't know if the track isn't present, and I don't know either until I have the file. Yes, Miss Roma. I'm sorry, I have to.
They didn't want her to give it to me.
Lie. This is somebody that was on chat with you, lying to you. So I'm gonna address him.
I'm talking to you right now. I've been. What you have to understand is that this is a courtesy. I don't owe you anything.
Courtesy for you to turn shit around.
I'm not playing these games. I'm not playing these games, Roma. I can tell you don't give a shit about me.
You don't.
1 billion impressions on YouTube. My hashtag has over 150 million on TikTok. Like, I am known everywhere, okay?
Okay, so, then why didn't you create a campaign to get these people to leave me alone? I say the same thing today.
Yeah, so you can say whatever you want to basically, I should have just been quiet and let you had your live with them. And even though things stuck out to me wrong, and they came over there and pressured me to go over there, you don't factor none of that in. You're not factoring in the fact I was weak, it was triggering, and the factor also that you went back over there after they called you out and said they were going to battle you, threaten you, and disrespected you, called you a sex worker, and everything else.
Yep.
So yeah, I was a little upset.
And I called them incels. I called them names.
Okay, but then still, why did you donate to them after that?
You know why I don't take it seriously, dude? Because this is the fucking internet. So I don't appreciate.
Oh, you don't take
saying
it seriously. This
I
is the
came
internet.
in and
That's
now
how.
I
This is
get
how you
to
make
say
your money.
whatever I want in your life.
Yeah, you take it
There's the real
seriously.
self.
Life starts telling you the same thing. You need to start listening, dude. I'm mad at you because I literally tried to help you. I start telling you the
It's
same
always the
thing. No,
same
that's no
shit. I
bullshit.
tried to help you.
Non-biased.
I was a little upset.
And I called them incels. I called them names as well. Sure did.
Oh my
You know
god.
why I don't take it seriously, dude? Because this is the fucking internet. So I don't appreciate you saying that I just came in and now I just get to say whatever I want, because I don't work that way. And you know that. You've watched my channel for a long time. You know that I'm a no bullshit, non-biased.
I've been sent stuff that makes me wonder now.
What you
No, I'm
wonder all
disappointed.
day long, okay? Because you won't be missed in my community. My whole
Damn.
point is that when there's a pattern in your life, when
There's the real
everybody in
self.
your life starts telling you the same thing, you need to start listening, dude. I'm mad at you.
Pattern recognition, while is very
Because I
useful
literally
and
tried to help.
needed, is not everything. Not every pattern is a pattern to be observed.
Help you. I stuck my neck out on the line after you said racist stuff. You've done all of this stuff, and I still.
Oh yeah.
That was months prior before you came around. I didn't do it since you've been around.
What? Dude, whatever.
That was a mistake.
You're not that stupid. You can't be.
I've never
Most people do.
Can you please remember that I live in Canada? Like, we got two different cultures, okay? Here, we tell people to kill themselves as a joke. I've been on TikTok and learned that you can't fucking do that. Didn't know. Almost get canceled for it. Get it now, okay?
It's about, well, for me more, it's about morality, and it's the fact that you gave monetary energy to these people and everything.
You want people.
You know, you're telling me that they are bad people and stuff. No. I want you to treat me like a human.
I did.
I didn't give them monetary.
I spoke to you for an hour and 7 minutes. Here's the thing, dude. I really gave you the benefit of the doubt.
So that entitles you to then go. So that gives you entitled to go and shit on me the next night in a live after 2 lives of them shitting on you. Really?
It gives me the right to do whatever I want because I'm a human being. And when you start saying things like, oh, you know, I don't know why she wouldn't send me the live. That's super weird. And start spitting in my face. Absolutely. I knew.
I didn't spit in your face. I didn't spit. Yeah, he's not a bad guy though.
High school stuff, right?
Yeah, you didn't like being pointed out for the things that you were doing specifically.
So like,
this is not high school stuff. It seems like high school stuff to you. No, it's not. I'm not going to entertain this. This is why you wanted it to be live, because you didn't want to have an honest conversation, because you knew you couldn't answer certain questions honestly.
You just won't let me speak. You won't let me show you evidence. Like, you won't let me do any of these things. So
you don't know. You want to. What evidence? What evidence do you wish? What evidence do you wish to submit? Is it evidence like last night live streams? Because that's not what matters. What matters is the fact that you said, "Yeah, I don't want you to react to these people, and I'm not going to anymore either." Was the last thing I saw on the Instagram. Then I go.
Yep, she said that.
You won't let me show you evidence. Like, you won't let me do any of these
thing I saw on the Instagram. Well, I didn't answer, so then you blocked me just because I didn't answer. That sounds really mature.
I blocked you because you were intentionally dodging me.
I was not intentionally dodging you. Ask anyone else that's been on my Instagram.
And, you know, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I don't care how many people you got in your community. I've learned now know how you feel about Jordan Peterson. I know that you think I'm an incel. I know that they got you brainwashed. I know it. I believe it, and that's my perception. And for you to say because I expressed my perception or something is spitting at you in the face is more childish than you acting like it's childish that I'm mad that people have doxed me, calling my parents, aired them on live, sent people to my house, called the police, made up lies, made up false text messages, admitted to all this, and then said it's all for LOLs. And you said you haven't been doing anything in months that warrant this. And I mean, and you've taken accountability and everything, so you're good. And we're moving on. And she showed me a screenshot where she was replying back to Moses, telling him to fuck off, and she was deleting it. She said, "Look, I'm doing it too." So I really took it in stride. I had a great live. I even got praises from people that have been in the Wordheverse chats and stuff for the great live and stuff. And then another live, and the next thing you know, I hear she's over there, and yeah, they got like wall to wall panel gang paneling. That's what I'm calling it. Gang paneling somebody till you wear them down. Gang gaslighting. I call it that. Yeah, that's what it is. It's gang gaslighting. Unblock Daniel Bishop. Sorry, I ain't been looking at it. I ain't got no pronoun. See, I don't believe in that shit. Just because I liked her on the army on some stuff doesn't mean I liked her on everything. I never, I bet she thinks that, look, if a woman looks like a lady, I'm going to call her ma'am. If she doesn't, I'm going to call them sir. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm from the South. And I know she probably hates that about me. So, I mean, people are going to act like this, I had some of these worries before reaching out to her. And then when I saw Fusion, after somebody texted me Fusion saying you got an incel stalking you after she made that video talking about incelish stuff, which is funny because before there's things that she said that were the opposite. There's a Think Before You Sleep video, who's a very popular YouTube, that's talked about her on good points and contradictory points. And just like I've been a hypocrite in the past and have hypocritical points, I've never not owned up to the stuff that I've owned up to. But see, you've got people on here, there's just some things that they can't pull a receipt or whatever for. So it's like your word against theirs. And they're going to do every little tactic in the book to make their word come off as like fact from a textbook or source or whatever. But that's not the case with her. It is the case with me. I could do it. I could create the StreamYard type live, go through, do the whole thing if I really, really want to. I don't have to. And she even told me I don't have to. She told me I didn't belong to be in jail. She told me that. I don't know, speculatively, if she actually didn't, because it was a little bit before she reached back to me, and she was real quick on sharing some of my stuff at first, but she was a little slow on reaching back to me, and now I'm wondering if almost she didn't maybe pre-plan some of this stuff. She had the full recording, y'all. How do we know the audio doesn't play? She didn't show that the speakers were on or that they had been turned off or anything. Nothing's been proven. And you know what? There's no more chances to do it. I'm done with it. Oh, I got a private chat. Did you say something in the private chat? Oh, Roma said, let me in. And then Jaw said, knock, knock. Well, Jaw, you're gone. Oh, no, you're still here. What the fuck do you want, dude? Really?
Dude, calm down, man. I know you're upset, man. Like I know, I get it. You're upset,
Yeah,
but
I'm
just
upset
try to calm
because
down.
she betrayed me in the fact that she didn't do things biasly all the way forward.
Well,
Otherwise,
why
what
not?
was that whole live about last night? She wanted to
Well, I
play
believe.
Fructose. What she wanted to do was she came up here to advertise for the Workyverse. I
No, man,
bet you.
dude. No, she did
I
not, man. No,
okay,
hell no.
okay,
She did
okay.
not.
I
I
wonder.
know she did.
Okay, then so I'm not going to see any Roma endorsements for the Workyverse or working endorsements
Do you think
for
Roma
Roma.
Army is gonna like do some shit like Workyverse shit on her channel, bro? Like you think that? She thinks she'd come up here for like just say Fusion or somebody like that.
No,
She came
I'm
up
just
here to
wondering
talk
if
to
she's.
you.
I'm just wondering if she's gonna do it now. She didn't just come up here to talk to me, bro. She came
No,
up here to gaslight. She came
she's
up
not a
here. She
troller.
was
She's not
not.
trolling.
She was not talking to me like this close level. That's why
Well,
I want.
dude,
Why can't it could have easily been a private chat and
man,
reposted.
just listen,
She
bro.
didn't
It's
want to do
hard to
that
talk
though.
to you. It's fucking
No,
hard to
it's not.
talk to
It's
you in
not.
general.
Yeah,
It's goddamn hard to
because
you
I've
because
been
you speak over
manipulated.
everyone. No, because you speak
Yeah, because
over
I've been
everyone.
manipulated.
God
Because
damn,
I've been
bro.
manipulated. Because I've been
I can't even.
manipulated so much, and I refuse to be anymore.
Jesus. Fuck, man. You
That's
gotta
why.
let people talk sometimes, man. I'm trying to be cool and chill, just trying to talk to you. And like I say a sentence, and then bam, you cut people off. You
But
fucking
are you
cut
trying to
people off,
talk, or are you
bro.
trying to talk of substance? Are you trying to really talk or talk of substance? Your time is
Bro,
money,
I'm telling
Jarek.
you
Are
to
you paying me?
Jesus fucking Christ, man. Can you just calm down? Can you take like
I
you
mean,
just took Ativan, so I won't tell you that. You just took your medicine. I'm just making sure you did, right? Correct? You said that earlier.
yeah. See,
Like as if
that's
you did.
discouraging. That's
Dude,
discouraging
you
right
do it
there.
online. I'm asking because you need to settle the fuck down. Like, bro, she was trying to talk to you, man. Like, she was trying to, but you kept
I don't have
speaking over
anything
her.
to talk about her for. The fact that she took down her
Well, why did you
official
put
response and
a
everything.
fucking post up, 10 posts, tagging her in it? If you have nothing to say, why'd you tag her all fucking night and all day? Like, evidently you wanted to talk.
I'm going to get the truth out there, no matter how much it is meant to be suppressed. Do you understand that, Jarek? I know you do.
Dude, I understand, man. I mean, I hope you get your truth out however you can get it
It's
out.
not my truth, it's the truth. That's why I corrected it, and that's why I just removed you, because you purposefully, you know, dude, just get out of here for real. Like, you have done things, Jarek, and don't say you haven't, and you've encouraged and gave that energy. That's what no one has listened about me about. I can't unite with people that give energy that tears me down and laughs at me. Humiliation slash call out male content creators, whatever you want to call it. It's bullshit. You're spending money on nothing. What are you talking about, Venomous Silverback? Why are you in here? Dude, Venomous Silverback. I'm a skit? Dude, take your I'm gonna yell at my kid's ass and get the fuck out of here. I've never been nothing but kind to you and fucking straight shooting, and you be damned to fucking say some shit like that to me. Fuck off. For real, dude. Triple T, no disrespect, sir. I appreciate you and I know your advice, but this has been a lot of behind the scenes and I've learned a lot more things. And I listened to things that you said and I got told they were lies too. So no disrespect, sir, but I don't want to hear from you because while I was a member of your channel and tried to be in your chat and be easygoing and just say hey and stuff, I kept getting the cold shoulder, so I backed away because I was going to show you, show your wife that I'm not like them. And I think you know that, or I'm not like how they say that I am, those call out channels. Yeah, Venomous, because I have issues with people having wrenches. You don't understand that when you're being attacked. Would you not do the same thing? Well, fine. She can have her opinion that's manufactured by Fusion Incorporated. I don't care. But I'm not going to disparage her or be hateful towards her or anything. And I'm not going to debase myself. I meant everything I said. And I mean everything I say tonight. And I don't have any shame because there's no shame to have. Well, Venomous, if you just need to talk to me about that, bud, privately. You don't have to come in the chat and start going along with the mob mentality, because that just gets you kicked again real quick, and then me and you will never like one another. But these people that are coming after people, like, like I said, I'd be willing to talk and work things out with No Life Mike. Someone like Ice Fan, or you, Venomous, or um, hell, even yeah, um, Ice Fan, Venomous. Who else? Yeah, hell, even if what's his name, or King Cobra or whatever, because these people, they don't understand what they're. Now I finally see people don't get what Roma helped me do, and this is what Fusion called a manipulation tactic of mine when he said, "See how in this one video, it was one of my good streams because I wasn't paying that enough attention, and I was applying myself finally, and I'd learned stuff and had that unlocking moment that when my grandpa came in, I looked up and I noticed I was busy doing something here, but I gave him my full attention. And he's over there talking in the background. See, he's talking all quiet and stuff. But then over here, I'm at a gas station. He's yelling at me. I'm yelling back. We do it naturally.
Yeah, that's them trying to get on to how we interacted at the gas station. And they still hopped on that. And they still sometimes bring it up to this day still. Pathetic.
And we are live. Welcome, 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 everyone, to just take love, for example, something as powerful, or hate. You know, sometimes a person's got to wonder, but we don't have a patriarchy. I don't know what we have. I'm not a sexist. Like, I'm not for one or the other. I believe if a woman wants to go out and do what she wants to, she has the right. I believe the same thing about a man. I believe if a man chooses to, I believe that if a man doesn't want to have a family, like doesn't want to have like biological children, for instance, like I don't want to have biological children because I know my genes on one of my sides of my families, and I know what that, and just in the short time of being alive, like I feel like I don't want to have kids, for instance, and I believe that somebody ought to be able to have that choices. Okay, now people always want to talk about free speech, but how free is it? And why come when someone uses their free speech so willingly and freely that if someone says something outrageous back, regardless if there was a reason, logical or not for it, there's an uproar about it on one side sometimes. Sometimes on both, but usually on one. I see that's the thing. What I was talking about, the gift I was given, I think, was to be able to see both sides. But it also can make me come off as a hypocrite or bad to one of those sides. It's like with the Stone Dad controversy. I wanted to investigate and report on that unbiasedly, but I had mods and everything and my own issues that I finally pulled out of that situation altogether. I didn't want to talk about it anymore because, and it's kind of funny because it's almost like
It's too close.
people are afraid of me. That's what it feels like. I mean, on a deeper, like hush hush level, because they have been working their hardest to exacerbate everything that that I see, do, or say, so that way I can look crazy, unhinged, etc., and not credible.
This was months ago. Same
Oh, and here's
thing.
one of the main culprits right here, filthy animal number 6. This guy right here, he makes multiple accounts because he knows his account sooner or later is going to be gone. When we come to a term in our lives, people, where people that come on the internet who hide their identity is not really hidden. He 9 times out of 10, I guarantee you, he's got a speeding ticket somewhere or something, and you could find it. But you know how mad he would be. Let's say somebody called me tomorrow and said, "Hey, for $50, I can tell you everything about who the filthy animal is." Let's say hypothetically I did that and took the money, and then I found out. Let's say I just posted a speeding ticket he got 2 years ago that shows where he lives and his full name. I would be literally crucified at the stake saying, "Oh, I'm attacking an older person," and all. I can hear all of the nuance, all of
Yep.
the
All the excuses.
semantics and buzzwords and things that would be used in that. But yet here he does them to me, a younger male, and there's not an abundance of outrage. There's an abundance of glorifying it.
Perfectly okay. Which is not.
Dr. Richard Benjamin Vannegut. Hello, Doctor. How is the house on whatchamacallit? How
Haunted Hill.
is the house on Haunted Hill this evening? See, I have extensive knowledge too. Just like I read that name, know that's the doctor, the name doctor that was of the insane asylum that went bad. You know, some of these people, you know what they were really trying to do? They were trying to get me so worked up that, and I'm not even going to bring it up here, but they know what they were trying to do. They were trying to get me so worked up to the point that maybe I would be in like a cry wolfy type situation, and they could get me locked up as if I wanted to do something to myself or anybody ever.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
I just wanted to.
And they threatened it last
Oh, how's
night.
that cane?
And
Oh,
this
I don't
was
know. Get out of here with your
October last
cane.
year.
All right, we need to see.
Almost a
Well, I
year
just
ago.
blocked the spokesman, but see that little motherfucking spokesman. I ain't never had a problem with him. I actually like some of his content. You know, he's got a lot of animals and stuff. Like I
Fuck him
love
now.
animals.
He's
Why do
always
you think that? And people been making
bullshit.
fun of the fact that I have literally making fun of the fact that I've got a dog that I'm training to be my psychiatric service dog. I don't know what you guys think, that maybe I'm a malingerer and I'm just lying, because you're not getting my medical records. I don't have to lie. Everything I said about my doctor seeing the vids that I've shown her and everything, that's true. Not only that, degenerative disc disease, I was honest about everything so much to a fault. See, I should have never thought that I could come on here and be friends with anybody. I should have kept it all as a business way, because that's how these people operate. They operate like, how do I compare this? Like people operate in the world, all business. If you're not their blood relation or somebody very close to them, they don't give a shit about you. All it takes is the right amount of digits to make them not give a shit. Quote, money talks, bullshit walks. The great Rick Bitch Sanchez said that after she'd given my information to Filthy Animal. No, my butt's not hurting. It only hurts every now and then when I get up and sit down. But, that's part of living with a sacrum fracture, so you don't know anything about that, so fuck off.
He's gonna be in pain, yeah. Obsessing over the fact I'll be in pain. Fucking assholes. He ain't got the willpower to do it.
Yes. I want us all to give a moment and appreciation to this comment here. And this guy. We are resetting up, and this is not my new content channel. This is my channel to deal with the fallout of my original beloved SquareWorks Media channel. Work was getting slow. Little did I know that a month later, somebody who these people have made videos saying that I had a homosexual relationship with a 93-year-old man. All because I was
My best friend. Somebody that looked out for me. Cared about my future. Took a chance on me, basically trusting me with his finance, his belongings, everything. And the only time I let him down was whenever I was late. But I never left him completely hanging. I always was there for him. The most I let him down was the time of January 19th, 2019, when I attempted to take my life. But I was recommended to be referred and go out of town to Kansas City Psychiatric, and that's exactly what I did. About a month and a half later, I was allowed to shave again at that point, and I was deemed, good to go on to my next phase. And that was because at that point they had been giving me what I was used to taking, and so they wanted to try me on new and different medicines and all that. I do that. I follow and keep to the regimen and get back here, and then this shit.
was a caregiver for him and stuff.
And he died. I find out he dies. I come on here and find out while I'm on here. And I mean, I'm so out of discombobulated, I don't know what to do. So I just break down on the camera and they make fun of it. They literally are low pieces of shit.
they went so far out of their way to research things that I know in my mind they only have been able to get by talking to people from my local area. So in other words, one of those early people I thought was my friends went through on my Facebook, and they were able to message somebody close that lives in my general area. They know that I live in a small town. Somehow they were able to get a lot more information. Now I know that there's some that I don't remember that I probably let slip here or there out of a live, but I know I've never given my full name on a live. I know I've never given my birthday on a live, except maybe just general.
At this point,
like I know what I did. I have pretty good of a little bit better longer term memory than I do short term. Like I can forget things that didn't happen that long ago and remember things longer ago for some reason. I don't know why, just how it is. May have to do with the part of me smoking in my youth, before my brain was fully developed. And that's a shame. Can we please get that troll account out of here? Well, Advan might, that also might be part of it.
could
Because, see, we love Pretty Bird and you suck. Oh, great. Look at there. They made a spokesman. They made a little alt account already had him set up for Bird. That's so cute. Well, take your fat ass on back on over there then. Joking. See what I did there? That's why I put down that community post. And I'm not saying sorry about that one. Because after I apologized the first time, and it was genuine, she just went off and made me square as a bitch. Oh, okay. Fuck you then. I ain't got shit to say to you. I don't talk to you in real life. I don't want to talk to you online. Leave me the fuck alone. I mean, I need to heads up some, definitely a call to activism. Let me give y'all I want to play an oldie but goodie. This was back before Mr. Fusion and them come across to their viewers and subscribers like, hey,
what up, gang? Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up? Positive vibe, gang.
Not a hate group or online gang, though.
Gang. These two. Oh yeah. What's up?
This is before Workyverse.
Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. It's kind of my morning. I should be sleeping right now. I got to work tonight. Herbal, Hillbilly, Creek Squad, Forward for Life, Chanel, Black Pox, Dizzy, Izzy, Kitana, MC Lumhawk, Tracy, Clipper, Mia, my girl, RJO, my dude.
Not many people have changed.
What's up, everybody? What's up?
Things just been rearranged.
Me, what's up? Forward for Life, Chad, Buddy, what's up, guys?
Oh yeah,
Red Eye, Patriot.
For life, been riding that dick. hurting since the beginning.
First, let me start off by saying, don't nobody tell me who I can and cannot talk to. If I want to talk about,
You cannot talk to me. See, everybody has the right to decide. It's called the freedom of association, and it's high time you get educated on it, Fusion. I do not wish for you to talk or associate with me in any way, shape, or form. That's
somebody,
all I gotta decide and do.
and especially you, Johnny, I'll talk about you.
Now, talking about me is a whole nother thing.
Let's get that straight. It's called freedom of speech. You know, you're not off limits.
On your
If I want
on
to
your
mention your name in a
channel, maybe.
video, I'm going to mention your name in a video. If I want to put a picture of my video, I'm going to put a picture of my video. You can try to sue me for that, but you're not going to win. You know
Oh,
why?
not just that
Because you
one
can't
thing.
copyright a picture, and you can't copyright your name.
Well, he
So good luck with that, bruh.
wouldn't sue for those reasons.
You might be able to copyright a video, and I've learned from my mistakes in the past, so I won't use any more or your footage, but you can't copyright your voice. I can use that all day long.
How could you?
You go ahead and file them false strikes. I'll take your fucking channel down.
How
I
could,
know you love it more than you say you do, because you're all up in my fucking email crying. You think I care about my channel? You think I care about my channel? Yeah, you fucking care. You fucking built that shit off fucking hate. Look what you did. Look, the biggest goddamn hypocrite on the fucking internet is trying to criticize me for what I'm doing. Look at this motherfucker did. Johnny Gobble fucking stalk Ryan for 2 fucking years on Instagram. Redneck Nation. Ryan Upchurch. Johnny Cashville. And then came on YouTube at the beginning of this year and fucking stalking these motherfuckers. But he wants to talk about me
stop.
doing the shit I'm doing. I'm just a harmless troll.
Oh yeah.
I can't help it that Square is over emotional.
Oh okay.
Motherfucker ain't gonna kill himself, dumbass.
Damn.
It's all for attention. You can't see
Well,
that.
I hadn't even said that.
You're so blind. You can't see that. That's okay.
Yeah, all for attention. Me saying that
Come on
waking up
YouTube
with a damn
and you
brain,
fucking
this
harass
is getting
Ryan.
ridiculous. That's
You harass Johnny
see
Cashville.
what you want.
You harass the cops. You harass Keith Frazier.
I may on that
Video
one.
after
But I don't know if
video
I'll
after video
harass
after
the cops all
video,
the time.
bashing them. Talk about people being gay.
You have no right to talk.
Talking about they're on drugs.
You have no right to talk about that. The two things you just said about Johnny, you used to do on me and the other people all the fucking time.
Poland, right before the city of Danzig was invaded, which was a free city under the League of Nations until Germany invaded
That
it.
was where my friend was from.
And so yeah, that's why I've been getting. I always am into World War II and watching stuff about World War II. What are you doing? Fixing something to eat for yourself, Brownie? Leave Grandpa alone. Come on. You don't want me to get you? Oh, you're just okay. All right. Well, I'll be back here. Need me to do anything. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Brownie, come on, Bubba. Come on, Bubba.
Brownie?
And then when NC said,
Come here, buddy.
I finally realized what this all was like.
Come here, buddy.
And what's even scarier is that I don't even know really if some of these people actually believe themselves on whatever crusade. No, they can't. It's not a crusade. See, they tried for so long to sell the idea that we're trying to help you, like, and they made me think like they're literally
And they done thrown that out the window though with this OD comments and shit here though.
making troll
Threatening to have me falsely imprisoned and arrested for a crime that I have not committed and would not commit, and promising to that basically if I go a year from the date my card expires, and then that date a year later when it's all out and it's been that long, especially also if I'm off my depression medicine and other stuff, it makes me look even better. Then, even if I follow the state and federal law concerning everything, I'm still going to be called in on and hopefully taken out, as I was told earlier today. Yeah, that's why I said that we'll probably have to get our lawyer to communicate with the law enforcement office and stuff. It's going to cost money, probably money that I don't have to spend on that, but I will do it. I'm not going to have a bunch of people trying to threaten me locally from my town when they don't even live here.
docs videos to teach me a hard lesson because I did accidentally show some information of people's carelessly from my videos. I did not do it in my heart on purpose for the 4 millionth time.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it happened more than once. It didn't happen 30 to 20 times.
Yeah, they always
Bunch of bullshit.
They always increased it. Hey, buddy.
I'm not dropping no link. Mr. Fusion, you can get out of here. You don't belong.
Hey, Bubba.
I'm sure Fusion is showing my live. That's fine. It's no big deal. That's what they do. Mr. Fusion TV, a monetized YouTube channel, can't make content for himself, so he stream snipes me and talks shit over me, and then he's gonna get paid ad money for that. I ain't crying like a bitch. I'm pointing out the hypocrisy. Who's this calling with a local number? I bet you it's someone from the internet.
My name is Rachel, and I'm with Medicare Benefits. How are you doing today?
Take this number off your list, please. I'll call that house phone that I didn't give you permission to. Call it. Fuck an 80-year-old, or excuse me, almost 90 years old, just because you don't like the person living with him.
That's what they did.
What'd you say, Arnie, about over 30?
They're gonna call
Exactly,
senior.
over 30.
They called senior services and basically said like, we heard he's abusing you, and so I stay inside. Let him talk to him outside, and he comes back in, and I didn't even really ask. I was like, well, do I need to go or whatever? He's like, oh shoot. He's like, I told him. I don't know what I'd be doing if you wasn't here. He said those people that have called. I said and that called him. I said they're just awful and nasty. If you've ever heard them on the phone, uh, I told him all the stuff you got. He didn't really want to hear it or anything. But So yeah.
Army vet, I really, you gotta
Hey, buddy.
understand. I get that you can be hanging out in places, and that doesn't mean you approve of what that person does. I get it, but
It's still
all I
it's
can say
still
is
hard. Even Shotty agreed with me on that. That it's like it'd be like if I was friends with, say, Scooter and Fusion and Scooter were going at it. I guarantee you, like, to try to be friends with both of them would be hard to impossible.
I am sorry to you. That's the only email I'm gonna apologize on the stream to would be
Hey,
Army
Brandon. Hey, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Is you a good boy?
vet. Exactly. They kept coming around to my channel and got me talking about stuff somewhat that was about my personal life, but vaguely. And then they did as much research and digging and stuff from the people that told them what my
Exactly.
and tells the truth. And
Hey there, Bubba.
yes, there's a lot of. What do you mean? There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. I don't get it.
I do now.
Lengths people I have seen some people have gone on here is enough to scare me to where, like, especially after the on Sunday. All that happened was I was up late Saturday night, about 2, 3 a.m. Passed out and then woke back up right about 4 something, like I always do. I couldn't go back to sleep, so I went live. After I took my morning meds and ate and smoked, I'm not gonna lie, I smoked about 3 blunts.
Way too much back then. That's why I was sleeping all the time.
And this woman, she started out like,
Moses saying the Hogan say hello. That's just a disgrace. Can't forget Filthy's crime. Now, keep in mind, I tried telling these people, not to trust any calls of this type of nature because you'll get recorded. Well, they didn't heed my advice. So, he fools my stepmom and dad, thinking that I have
I don't interact
gone
with
bad. Like that I've fallen off wagon of some sort.
Hello.
Hey, Mom.
No boy.
I remember they said that they don't call nobody, they don't care about nothing, but they did.
YouTube in 2022. All right,
But
now.
remember,
They're talking about
Fusion was on a panel
they're gonna
that I
monetize
showed Joe on the other thing. Fusion was on a panel that where they were like, it's not cool to call somebody's work or family or something. Y'all remember that? Here it is, not just a few months later.
cows, meaning people like me. In other words, people that are vulnerable or stupid or whatever they view in 2022. In other words, they're gonna make money off this shit.
We might do something a little bit different here today.
No boy.
Anybody want to talk to his stepmom?
No boy.
See if we can get.
Hello.
Hey, this is concerning Coy Wilson. Ian Wilson has been abusing Coy, and I'm reaching out to you to try to get Coy some
Complete lie. Complete lie and complete false character art to play off to her.
help.
And who am I speaking with?
You're speaking with John Roberts.
Okay.
He's strung out on them pills terribly bad.
Strung out on them pills terribly bad when I go to a doctor for my medicine.
He was abusing Coy. Coy took him out to get something for his computer, and even the people at the gas pumps was saying something to him. I mean,
Also untrue. One person was saying something about what I, because they didn't understand what I was doing, but it had nothing to do with my grandfather. So also another lie.
it's just uncalled for the way he's treating his grandfather.
Before that you won't stay out of my business and you keep calling and bugging him, and you just called him 8 times in a row.
Hey, let me ask you this. Now, I know you call and left me a message, and I try to avoid him as much as I possibly can. Trust me.
I don't blame you.
I do understand, and regardless if you're, and I don't mean this bad. Not that I'm saying that you're lying or nothing like that. I'm talking about with your real name. I know he's in deep doo-doo. He's been that way for a very long time.
Huh.
And I've had personal run-ins with him, and you know what? I've tried to fix stupid, and I can't fix stupid, and I can't get the people that, the people. Here's the deal: the authority says that they can't do nothing because every time they've ever reached out to him or anybody else, he says, "Oh, there's nothing going on." So we've tried.
Yeah.
We've tried it.
Oh, okay. So basically, my stepmom has admitted that she's in the past at one time or another, whenever we've had issues, that she's tried to get, would like to get me, I guess at the time, thrown out of when I was living with my grandfather. I'm glad that she took that initiative. Well, the fact it didn't work is because God didn't ordain it to work, because there's nothing going on here. Because if there was something going on that was abusive or wrong or bad, believe me, it wouldn't stay within these walls. My grandfather leaves my house a lot and talks and frequents a lot of people. He is not kept locked down like some abuse victim you guys are trying to make out to be.
Everything we possibly can, and it never fails. You know what I mean?
Yes,
and,
yes,
I
ma'am.
don't want to see him again.
And now you just got her on a let me talk shit about him tirade. I don't ever want to see him again. But guess what? I don't ever want to see you again, woman. Don't you ever come around me. Do you understand me? I cannot believe you did this. Knowing, I'm sure my dad has told you the stuff that I've had going on. And I'm sure he's told you that they've even harassed him. And you're going to take this call and run them fucking gums. Wow. You know, the funny thing is, though, because of me making this video and saying this shit about her back, she'll end up getting the EPO on me. Watch. She needs to get one on y'all because y'all been bothering her. But no, she'll get one on me. And that's cool. I don't want to be around her anyways or talk about her. But I guarantee you this video will be up and stay up before and she won't be able to get that taken down. I ain't done nothing to my stepmom ever. I don't talk to her. And this is the exact reason why I don't talk to her. Because she is like you guys. She always thinks that I've got something secret or bad going on. So she just played right into y'all's hand. And it's funny that as I'm making this, I see JM's on the panel. So JM, if you're not part of the Workyverse, then why are you on the panel here?
I don't
You know,
blame
I
you.
mean, I can't stand him. And, you know, I hate to say that, but we've had serious run-ins. When I say serious, I'm talking.
Yeah, we've had serious run-ins of like you freaking the fuck out, and I was asleep on the couch, and you telling me to get the hell out. So I said, "Yeah, let me just get my stuff and find my phone." And then you pointed a gun at me after being upstairs and throwing all my shit downstairs. And what she was mad about was so minuscule. It 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 it, it just was a power move. That's all she did.
Didn't fall off a granite from a firearm.
There's our serious run-ins. Yeah, law enforcement showed up because I called them.
Sure did.
Absolutely.
I can't handle the drugs, but anyway.
At that,
The only thing done when I was around her was marijuana.
Hon, at that time, I wasn't even on any drugs other than smoking weed. That was 2013. Get your damn
She couldn't handle that.
straight.
But anyway, okay, so give me your name one more time, and I'm gonna. Is it okay that I tell my husband?
Absolutely.
Of course, that's his dad. That's his dad. You know that you're
I
talking.
cannot believe she would even ask you that.
Come out, and of course, that's his son that you're talking about. So I get it, and you know.
I get it, but I want you to talk to him, and hopefully you can get him to hate him.
What are you talking about? Everybody tries to protect, but no, you know what? I've seen with my own two eyes, first experience.
I'm an evil bitch.
You got it. That made no sense whatsoever.
My name is John Roberts.
John Roberts. Well, don't worry, Mr. John Roberts. We got that name written down.
You got you.
Because John Roberts, whoever that is, that you're still on their identity, which I'm sure he exists around here. Because what you're about to say, you're in Porterville and then Haytime. Watch.
Did my number show up on your caller ID? If not, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, it shows up and it says, you know,
You got some type of,
it doesn't show up.
you got some type of app
You know,
or
you
something.
understand that with as much trouble as I have received from that SOB, I'm very guarded.
Oh, I don't blame you.
Oh, trouble. You mean them call
Wow.
you? You ain't received any
Well, son
trouble
of a
from me.
bitch, huh, Terry?
He's a real degenerate. I mean,
So when did he do this to Courtney? When did this happen at the gas pump?
At the gas pumps, it happened a couple of days ago.
Nothing.
I don't know if you're aware.
That was
he runs
nothing.
a YouTube channel.
Yes or no? Yeah, I've got it. I've got copies of the video that's come through.
I mean, he acts like a complete idiot. He just finished up on YouTube. He's passed out. I mean, I just feel sorry
hey,
for
you know
Mr.
what?
Wilson.
I had a right to do whatever I wanted to on YouTube. I was in my private room.
When did my grandpa ever say that to you?
My grandpa did not say he
You're
was in
aware they
financial
went to
hardship.
Kentucky a few weeks ago to sell off some antiques.
He planned to do
But,
that after as soon
Ian,
as he
I
was
mean,
starting to
We
sell
did
the
that
house
because my grandfather wanted to do that.
because
he
he
is
was selling
smoking
the
up
house.
to 6 ounces of marijuana.
False. I can only smoke 4 ounces. I can't even
Yeah,
afford
the limit
that
was
much.
4 ounces.
It switches to 6 ounces at the first of the year, I said.
I mean,
He just lie on here. And you know what? That's like, as Scooter was saying about me talking about JM, that's none of your business, bitch.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Because I'm not your dad.
just, he needs really
Berlinetta
locked up
and
in
Boss
the rubber
Lady up
room,
there.
you know, Ian.
Oh, I need to be locked up, put in a rubber room. You need to be locked up in a fucking jail cell, alright? With nothing but the opposite type of crew, set, whatever. So that way you can be holding someone's pocket and they can make you their bitch. And then all that tough shit you've been talking towards me and everything, you can get back on you tenfold.
Well, how do you know him?
Yeah, how do you know me?
Totally, huh, Terry? Totally, huh? Terry, don't ever speak to me.
Don't ever. I swear to
Tell them about how you
God,
took
Dad, I love you. And I'm talking to Keith Wilson, my real dad. But I despise your wife Um, I warned y'all about this. She took the call, and here's bona fide proof right here. It will forever be on this channel. We got Boss Lady Bird, Berlinetta, Filthy Animal, JM, and MC Lamahawk. And JM is Jonathan McCraney from Sile Kakuga, whatever the fuck, how you pronounce it, Alabama. Uh, Boss Lady Bird, Tracy Warfield's from Chattanooga. Kelly Warfield, Berlinetta's from somewhere around Chattanooga or somewhere in Tennessee. Uh, Supposedly Filthy, aka maybe Walter Allen, is in Pennsylvania. Matthew Heckman is in fucking Niles, Michigan. Uh, all of these people have been harassing me, which I know nobody really gives a shit the least amount, but they've also been harassing, oh, I don't know, my dad, my aunts, my uncle, my stepmom, my grandfather, you know, and so all of you technically have a claim on being able to file uh, something, but they're not going to because, and that's what these people love and they're counting on is because they know you're older people that aren't that familiar with the internet really, and they know this stuff is so new. Like Kentucky just passed the first like doxing law for people that includes, regular people and stuff. This stuff is becoming a nationwide problem. It's been a trend now for a while that I was foolishly unaware of until I came on YouTube. It's grotesque.
A picture of me when I had to slice myself up from suicide. You took a photo of me while I was in.
Yeah, that's what you did, Terry. Why don't you tell everybody that, Terry? How when I was in fucking ICU, sliced up from the neck down to my fucking legs and you know where else. Because I had a fucking drug-induced episode, psychosis episode. You fucking took my photograph and I just happened to catch you doing it barely awake. And you guys, man, you tried to play it down like, oh, you didn't do it, whatever. Dad, finally, though, I grilled Dad another time about it. I was like, don't tell me it didn't happen. I know it happened. And if you did, then, because my dad's always been like, there's nothing worse than a thief or a liar, which is actually something my granddad taught, So my dad repeats it. And I think I said something to that effect. I was like, tell me the truth. I was like, I wasn't hallucinating. I mean, I was been in the hospital for hours. I was, being pumped with fluids and medicines and stuff. I was like, I know what I remember. Like, how are you going to, seriously, that's some slimy shit. Come in someone's hospital room, take a picture of them, and one of the worst possible moments that they could possibly look in their entire life. Take a picture to then show, send, look at, whatever. I don't care what the purpose was. I don't care if the purpose was just for her to look at it by herself. And that was the genuine only intention. It doesn't matter. You don't that's like me going to a friend's funeral and taking a picture of them in the fucking casket. Or going to visit somebody in the hospital and taking a picture of them in the bed when they got a neck brace and shit on. Because I had neck wraps around my neck where I'd cut my neck open. I was bandaged up like almost like I was in a damn
like skateboard or serious incident. I had staples, stitches, sutures all up and down on my face, my hands, arms, legs, groin. I had them all over. And people on here have tried to question and act like that my suicide story must be fake because supposedly there have been others on YouTube that have lied about suicides. Well, I can't control that, and that's a pretty demented type of person that could lie about something like that because it's nothing to joke around about. It's nothing to make up or try to glorify or anything like that.
Bed at the hospital. You're the degenerate.
Because again, credibility does work. But I know what you're telling me is true because I've got my own copies.
Well, to be
I
honest
got
with
my own copies. What copies do you got, Terry? What copies do you got? Seriously. See, everyone says I'm bad and this and bad news. What record do I have? Oh, none. Okay. Okay, yeah. Uh, well, I'm pretty sure karma and God didn't make sure that I beat the false cases that did come at me and stuff and stay out of trouble if I genuinely wasn't causing trouble. That's my view on life.
Yeah, I got my own copies. No, I got my own copies because I couldn't control the
The
motherfucker.
dude, or she literally brandished a gun on me after putting my dad in jail for drunkenly, as a drunk, being drunk and being startled and grabbing his pistol from her kicking the door down open. She called the police, had him, had to bond him out, go pick him up the next day, everything like that. They came in while he was asleep, dragged him out of bed, did him wrong, took him to jail in boxers and stuff. Then she brandishes a gun on me. I call the police first. Guess what? They don't do anything to her, because that's justice.
I'm not laughing because it's not funny,
No.
Oh no,
Oh,
she's
no.
laughing because it's a game to her.
You're laughing. What do you mean you're not laughing because it's not funny? You're literally laughing.
I met him on YouTube, and he gave me his number.
No, I didn't.
And
Lie. I may have gave you my cell phone number, but I ain't gonna give you all these numbers.
that's how I originally run into Ian. And but I have spoke to Mr. Wilson a couple of different.
Impersonating and
Yeah, calling him a lard ass, calling and impersonating me, and having the coroner come here. Yeah, you've done a lot for Mr. Wilson, haven't you?
and also tell her about how you've been disrespectful to him and stuff too whenever he wasn't buying your bullshit.
Different times, and I can understand you doubt my credibility, but I definitely have video evidence, and when I'm saying abuse, I do not have any documentation of physical abuse, but the mental.
No, there is no physical abuse. You don't have no documentation of any mental or because number one, that's the person that raised me. All right, they raised me from the cradle, and how they raised me will affect me from the cradle to the grave. So everything that I'm hardwired and raised on, he taught me. That why do you think he was chosen, destined by fate, karma, God, to be the one to have me and my grandmother?
There's a reason I'm still with him, even though now my grandmother's gone and so many things have changed. There's a reason, because we have the same fucking day and month of birth. Alright? Me and my grandfather, we have similar souls in a way. We got similar traits and behaviors. And everyone knows that there are very few human relationships on the globe that are 110% harmonious, meaning that there's never any arguments or challenges, what have you. So I would be trying to lie if I said we never have any of those. But to suggest it to the point that he is, which is defrauding and accusing of a mental abuse and stuff such, he is lying.
Abuse is
There is no mental abuse. The mental abuse you're talking about, you're trying to disguise as these videos that I'm making in response to shit y'all do to me. How can you call that abuse?
Yeah, any of the videos I've made are in my room, or they've been made when my granddad's not here. If they have been made and he's here, I stay in the room and, keep down all of that stuff. I always take that into consideration.
definitely have proof of it. And if he'll treat Coy that way on camera, I can only imagine what's going on behind the scenes. But if you could have your husband to call me back, I would really appreciate it. And I thank you for your time.
I mean, he may not be as warm and understanding, but I personally have had first-hand experience, so I get it. You're not going to have to, convince me any other way. Trust me.
Oh, absolutely.
Trust me.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
no,
I can
of course
understand.
not.
I know
Because
that
you're not my blood.
and people don't like to hear bad things about their children. And honestly, I get no pleasure.
He gets complete pleasure. He gets a dopamine rush, an endorphin rush, oxytocin and serotonin rush. All of that is their brains are built and get satiated from just either me going live, posting a community post, reacting, breaking something down, and debunking it. It's all funny to them because they get a sick satisfaction of putting, if you will, bullshit and spreading it on my back and then running away. I turn around, stuff's on my back. So while I'm cleaning it off, they're watching in the distance and laughing and getting pleasure from it while I'm going through the act of trying to remove it. And then I go and turn, and then they do it again, and they habitually do it, and that is their addiction.
Call you and
No, hold on. Say that shit again.
And people don't like to hear bad things about their children. And honestly, I get no pleasure in having to say this, but
you lie. You get all types of pleasure.
I'm concerned. Coy is.
You're not concerned. You're concerned with trying to fuck me up. You're wanting to get me locked up or something.
He has announced that as his intention. It doesn't get more clear cut than that. Like, I don't have to argue that point.
You bastard.
I think almost 90 years old, and
none of your business.
I'm concerned for him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're concerned because you just don't like me being a YouTuber.
Number, and I'll have him call you. And
it's just it was a heck of a scene, but it's so screwed up. He don't even hardly know how to pump gas. It's just a.
Oh wow! Completely lie. So then he lied.
Yeah. So how did I go from Nashville to Missouri when I was 16 and 17? You dumb fuck.
lies, and he says I don't know how to pump gas. That is not what happened at all from the original video. The damn card, I put the card in.
It was not accepting the card.
It said retry. Put the card back in. I let it sit. It said take out. I took it out. It said see attendant. So I went to the attendant, and my grandfather was wondering why I hadn't already got the gas started.
He was starting an argument because he was like, oh, it's faster just to put it in the machine. Well, he wasn't, and I wasn't able to get across from that distance. That's why there was shouting that the machine wasn't working.
So I ended up going back over there, and he scanned it another 2 times, and it still didn't work. And I still had to take it back to the attendant and get it done. That's why I had a little bit of an attitude. But we did not get into a big argument. I didn't disrespect him. And you're blowing that out of proportion, filthy animal. So, fuck you. Now, let's hear what my good old dad says.
Okay. Who's got the pretty songs?
Well, this is Keith.
Yeah, did your wife fill you in on the issue?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm just curious how you got my wife's number.
Exactly.
I got it from a friend of a friend.
I'm glad, he didn't say me.
Now, Dad, think about this, Dad. How could he get it from a friend of a friend? Ain't nobody that's a friend of Terry's is a friend of someone else's who'd be a friend of his, because he doesn't even exist from this area.
From their area.
Well, why are you trying to get my wife's number?
I think you should be
Because this is all for content to make money.
more concerned with your father than your wife.
Shaft and redirect, Dad. It's called shaft and redirect.
Yep.
I have been concerned with my father. I've been concerned for my father a long time, but my father is telling me that he's 80-something years old and he can take care of himself. So, all I can do is what I can do. I've called the authorities in the past about different things. There's been other things I've tried. The authorities aren't going to do anything.
Oh, nice picture of putting me up there whenever I had my eyes closed during the stream. It's really easy to freeze frame whenever someone's eyes are closed.
Really?
Not at all, obviously.
This is not an ongoing video.
Yeah, I mean, I was just concerned for your father.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you're aware.
Now, my dad's saying the authorities here suck, and not at all, obviously, ever. I'm sure that's just a coincidence, though, from what I've said about him, too, huh?
But I mean, Ian is back on drugs pretty serious, and
Lie. I have not taken any new drugs or any drugs besides the ones currently prescribed since I've been back home from Massachusetts in circa 2020.
I mean, a few weeks ago, they had to go sell some items. He said
We never even sold anything to Kentucky. I take that back. There was one antique thing that my granddad had fixed that, really wasn't worth that much. He did sell it, but the rest of the stuff is still, sitting in storage and still sitting up at the spot up there because the guy up in Kentucky has been sick and had one thing after another happen in life and had COVID and everything else, but it's been like a perpetual project that has not got done. So that's another lie.
he was in.
My grandpa's been thinking about and getting ready to sell those items now for months. That is nothing new. Even my dad knew about it. So you're telling him nothing new.
The financial hardship, and
he never told you were in a financial.
My dad knows that it's harder on us financially because, I don't know, we lost about $30,000 that we used to have a year to help with our living.
He was in financial hardship. My grandpa wouldn't admit things like that. And my dad's probably realizing that right about
I
now.
lost probably I lost close to a little bit under $20,000, maybe even close to $20,000 a year.
Making you look stupid.
Need to mess with myself. So some of the lesser things, and it gets to a point where they don't have anybody that will bail them out, and they don't know what to do. They haven't learned,
Right.
and it's taken a lot of learning on my step in and relegate and save people sometimes God's solutions, which
My
aren't.
dad talks a bunch of bullshit. He himself had been bailed out by his own parents, aka my grandparents.
Sure has.
As bad. They're disciplined, but
I'm sorry, Dad, but you're not gonna sit here and talk shit on me on the internet, you know.
They discipline with somebody, but someone thinks they're going to help somebody else by stepping in and alleviating that.
You realize that you're just talking circles around him. He's not giving a fuck what you're saying, Dad.
Point where they don't have anybody that will bail them out, and they don't know what to do.
And online suicide. I mean, do you feel there's any chance of that?
There's nothing wrong with me saying that I'm worried if these people keep bullying me that I may get in that type of mind state like I've been before. That's not the same thing as threatening suicide. I checked it with my doctor.
That's a concern.
Or is that just a act?
Well, you know, I think he threatened. Well, he tried to do it. He said he admitted to it. That's why I was.
Dad,
and he had to go through
what
rehab.
are you talking about admitted to it? You came to me in the hospital and I was chopped up.
Here, and I told him then, I said, y'all are stupid.
I almost wonder if he's fucked up.
If you let him back in your house without going through rehab.
Which I did.
Like that, I told her, you know, I didn't want her doing all that, but nobody would listen to me. She smoked. I have another son that's Asperger's. He's stepson that's Asperger's. And he has some, but, you know, and I used to say it to my son when I was mad at him, but I believe it was the truth. I told him before, I said, I really don't think you really give a crap about anything as long as you get what you want. That's it. You know, you only care about what he wants. You can sit here and cry and say you're sorry and all this stuff, but that's not really, that's just manipulation. You've learned from the best about manipulation.
Who's the best, Dad? You?
And it won't work on me. So that's why we didn't get along very well and then he sure
I don't even
didn't get along with my
understand
wife
that.
because my wife and I, when he come to live with us for a little bit, we told him.
I got along fine with your
It
ex.
was not, he
not
had
your
to work and he had to do different things.
I worked at your ex's house.
Different from my mom and dad when he didn't do those, we kicked him out.
I worked at Grandma. Wow. I didn't work at Grandma and Grandpa's. That's such a fucking lie.
So are you from around Port Roberts is the last name, right?
Yes.
I hadn't heard this in forever.
Yeah, I
Fucking idiot. Falling.
know some Roberts from around that area.
Yeah, you know some, huh?
Yeah,
I mean John Roberts.
Yeah, I was just, concerned, with Mr. Wilson.
I appreciate it. And like I said, I have done everything I can legally. I even called and spoke to police years ago, and they told me, well, you can have him committed for a little bit or something, maybe. But we can't hold him just indefinitely. They got rid of all that years ago.
Did
they don't do that no more, so.
Yeah, because, I honestly, that would be a good thing if he was committed and he might get himself straightened out. But
wow,
I understand your hands is tied and all. But yeah, just
well, I
if you
appreciate
would.
Does my dad know you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know him real well, but just call and check on him if you don't mind. And
he does all the time.
Are
You
you
have
in
to
that area?
tell him.
Yes, sir.
Liar.
Are you in Haytime?
Yes, sir.
Liar. He said Porterville.
Okay.
So he was in Haiti.
My dad probably, my dad probably asked you that because he knows you said Porterville earlier.
If anything, you better hope there's not a John Roberts in Haiti. Otherwise, you just impersonated him.
Fucking bullshit.
Mental issues are you said that
double checker.
Clean me.
So those are the people.
May crank calling, but And man, you know, after speaking with you, I certainly appreciate it. I had thought something different at when, and I was thinking it was just somebody crank calling, but
That's
man,
exactly
I really mean that. Thank
their
you so much.
You're welcome.
You gotta be
character.
fucking kidding me, Dad.
I mean, thank you, brother. Yeah, that's what that was, Roland. That
All
might
right.
have been a double chatter.
Clean me. Clean me.
Do you hear this, Dad?
So those are the people again, Dad. You played that. You said that bullshit too. I can't believe you said that, Dad. I cannot believe you said that. I mean, the
I
things you said
got
was
no
just
heart, and
Some
I'm
issues
a
on
manipulator. Wow.
burgers or some. I mean, some people.
I
probably
told
say
you
that.
what my mental issues are. You don't
Yeah,
care.
I
They're not
know
diagnosed
some
from
Roberts
Terry's
around that area.
doctor. They're
So
not
I
good.
can't legally. I even called and spoke to the police years ago, and they told me, well, you can have them committed for a little bit.
I understand your hand.
do you not
Okay,
understand? You don't understand that I don't need to be committed right now. I'm under treat. Oh, this gets me so fucking mad. This gets me so fucking mad.
I didn't even have to be
And this
committed.
bitch said what
I
she said.
voluntarily committed myself back in
Okay.
2019.
So we've tried.
Yeah.
We've tried everything we possibly can, and
You didn't try shit. All you did was fucking have me stay there for a few months, and I worked. That's all you call that trying. You didn't try shit.
Well, you can have them committed for a little bit, but or something maybe. But
You didn't want me to live with you, Terry, and you just might as well admit it. You did it with my dad. And everybody can see it. Even the people that made this video see how much you hate me. It's fucking scary to them. To some of them, they act like it. I cannot believe my dad was made to be able to fall for that bullshit. Congratulations, Dad. Congratulations. I'm pissed off. That's how y'all feel about me? Tell everybody about the time you choked and punched Logan that time at Ross parking lot. Tell everybody about the time you choked and slammed me onto the bed while I had a towel wrapped around me and was almost naked, all because I said, don't blame me for you being late. Tell everybody about how the time that you, what was it? Oh yeah, rolled a joint for me at the duplex. Or tell everybody about the time that I found the weed at your place in Stephanie's and smoked it. Tell everybody about the time that you told my mom when she said she was concerned that I might become suicidal one time. You said, well, they'll have a good funeral. Tell everybody that, you piece of shit, so-called mother. How dare you just discuss things like that with just somebody you don't even check out? I can understand Terry, but it's still fucked up. And fuck her too. These people now, by their own devices, have reached out to y'all, and you guys unwittingly spoke to them already knowing that shit's been going on with me on YouTube. And you get this person that just sounds just about right and acts just right and has all the right cue cards and looks right. And he's fucking deceiving you the whole damn time. Unfucking believable. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
cannot believe that bullshit. Well, I'll tell you something. My dad is the one, according to my mom, has manic depressive tendencies. So it's not just my mom to blame for my mental health issues, you asshole. It's you too, Dad, because you drank. Not just while I was being formed, but you drank during, before, and after. All the time. You drank. You didn't finally get sober. Admit the truth, Dad, until Terry made you. Terry's got control and a hold of you like nothing ever before has. And that's fine. She's your wife. I guess that's how it's supposed to be. But she ain't got no reason or right talking about me like that to strangers, and neither do you. And you guys wonder why we have no good relationship.
It's supposed to be my parents.
I'm sure it's all my fault. Y'all are right. I've never done right.
People got on the Ryan Upchurch parents trashing him.
We haven't gotten along past 2 years since I've been back from rehab.
And parents shouldn't do that on social media. Well,
you haven't loaded me money. I paid
what
you
about
back
filthy
on
calling mom?
Get the fuck out of here, man. Man, this is so sad that I had to do this video. And Dad, I can't believe you think you said that shit about manipulation and shit. What did that have to do with manipulating you for what? Money? You was just talking out your ass.
I paid him.
They were just letting you talk, gobbling it up to use against ammunition.
I paid him.
Now they can say even his own father says he's a manipulator.
Yep. That's why they let him run.
Wow, Dad.
He probably was drinking.
Wow. Thanks a lot. Thanks a fucking lot.
Thanks, Dad. Appreciate it.
Well,
y'all have a good day. This is the end of this immortalization stream. See you next time. Peace.